Okay, I've changed the tech a little bit, upped it. The infinite canvas is now a thing. The light board was fun, but it was a little bit problematic. But today's topic is human in the loop. And I think it's a marketing term, really, because if your AI agents are requiring humans to get involved on a regular basis, doesn't that defeat the object? Is it really AI? Or are we just saying, really, that the whole word that we're talking about here is trust? And if you're using human in the loop there, then clearly that doesn't exist to AI. It's useful, but it's not reliable enough yet. Okay, I think it will get better and better, but this is the problem that we're having here. And one of the examples that we saw recently about this was Amazon in December had an outage, not the massive one, but another outage. And the kind of post-mortem came in the news, and the employees were saying that AI is just being allowed to run rogue within the organization, writing loads of code. Amazon said themselves it was a human that was the problem. So which of the two examples is it, A or B in this particular example? Well, it's a bit more nuanced, as you would expect. And when we actually look at the words that they said here, they said that actually when we went through this, and it was in December like we said, that it was a limited event, but actually as we went through it, it did say that the tool took it upon itself to delete and recreate the environment. But the issue was that the person who was supposed to be checking that gave it too many rights. It wasn't supposed to be able to do it. It was supposed to ask permission before it did it. So when we come back to, whose fault was it, A or B here, it actually wasn't that, right? It was actually this kind of area that I think we're living in now on the Venn diagram, where we're just in this area where we need that human in the loop because the AI is good, but it's not reliable and the people are needed. But in this particular case, both people can be at fault. And it's still just an example of what's happening. Is Amazon saving lots of money using AI? Of course it is. Is it good at writing code? Of course it is. But we're starting to walk now into this area of how much trust do we have with AI. And the business dilemma that I see is we want to adopt AI and use it for productivity gains. It's an absolute winner for productivity gains. But the human in the loop works when you have experience. That's the key. You can set AI off to do all the different jobs, but at each point that we're checking here, the human has experiential knowledge and is able to make sure or rewrite these areas where it goes wrong, go back again, and this loop is working really quite well, I think. But the future issue here becomes one of two scenarios. If we become more productive because we're using AI, then we're trusting it because it's lying less. But then I think one of two things happens, that we just let it go, right? And when we're saying the human in the loop is getting involved like it was before, the human, I don't think, is able to spot when it goes wrong because it doesn't have that experiential knowledge anymore because it's, or the person, the employee, has grown up using AI and trusting that it's just getting these things right. So I think we're going to see a lot more of the news articles as we go forward over the years with AI, unless we change our ways, in the errors creeping in because no one spotted it, right? In Jersey, there was, the published piece went out from VoteJE that the parishes were the wrong way around. Now, was that AI? Was it just mistake? Well, people make mistakes. But they're able to spot it, and people laughed about it because it seemed like such a fundamental flaw. But this experiential knowledge, I think, is going to be the problem. Now, we can go in here and now say that, okay, we don't trust AI still, and we're going to keep going along. And at every one of these key moment and points, we're going to go off and do our own research because AI might have missed something. So in this particular example, we're not trusting it. We're going out. We're doing our extra research to get the experiential knowledge. But then my kind of point here would be, are you saving any time? Is this just perceived productivity because you're spending as much time researching as you were going to do anyway? So what was the point in the AI? Now, I'm slightly flippant about that because I do think that this whole process is faster using AI, but we have to really be worried about this loss of experiential knowledge. At the moment, good people using AI with experience are doing good jobs, but unless, and this is the broken record point as far as I'm concerned, unless we're educating, not just training, because I think education is understanding of the tools, whereas training is the using of the tools, is your company spending a lot of time educating its employees about what AI is good at and bad at to prevent this waste of time? So there are jobs that I think I think it's a bit of both. You can leave it go through lots of jobs, very simplistic tools. But when it's a bit more nuanced and there's a bit more logic involved, and we've talked about that not being the case, then maybe AI isn't trusted as much. So yes, I think we can have these productivity gains. We're seeing them already, but this is what it comes down to. Education and training equals that adoption that we're searching for. Understand what you are using. So let me know what you think.